Hi. So my research question predates recent developments in Washington, D.C. But to get a feel for its significance, it's helpful to think about the relationship between Nordstrom, Ivanka Trump's shoes, and the White House. Commercial entities are involved in our public life in more complicated ways than ever. My hypothesis was that a social or political controversy presented an opportunity for companies to both earn themselves some free press and endear themselves to their target audience. To do that, I examined responses to a bill passed in North Carolina. House Bill 2 mandated that everyone had to use the washroom that matched the gender on their birth certificate. And after this law was passed, businesses were in a rush to get involved. So PayPal and Deutsche Bank canceled operations in the state. A group of brewers created a golden rule saison called "Don't Be Mean to People" to fundraise in opposition to the bill, and hundreds of other companies signed open letters either in opposition or support of the bill. I want to highlight two really significant findings of my research and their impact on public discourse going forward. So the first thing that I'm finding, looking at all these responses, is that they're digitally enabled. Without the internet, without social media the way it is, they just can't happen on the scale that they're happening. Which means if we want to govern this kind of speech, we need to govern the internet, which is itself run largely through private companies. So that's a whole tangle in itself. The second large finding is that we often associate this kind of political operation with businesses on the left. We think of farmers markets, credit unions, co-ops, but it's been widely practiced by companies across the political spectrum who target their messages specifically to their audiences. Which means rather than a shared public discourse, we have a siloed public discourse, not just through media outlets in the way we traditionally think of them, but specifically through the advertisements that people are seeing. To deal with this as a society, we need to expand the kind of literacy that we apply to political issues to include commercial entities as well as traditional political actors and media outlets. Thank you.